quality roofing experience. Caveman Basketball is presented by the School City of Mishawaka, growing leaders in the culture of excellence the Mishawaka way, and the Mishawaka Education Foundation, granting a better future. The Mishawaka Cavemen are also brought to you by Ace Home Appliance Center, BSN Sports, Edward Jones, Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, Kevin Putz with First Midwest Mortgage, Hurt Outdoor Living, Kyle's Auto Repair, Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill, RBI's Unlimited, Rossini Pizza, the Food Bank of Northern Indiana, U.S. Sign Crafters, and Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care. And now it's time for the Mishawaka Cavemen pregame show, brought to you by the School City of Mishawaka. Here's the voice of the Cavemen, Sean Stiers.
Along with Vince D'Addario, I'm glad to have you with us at the Cave at Mishawaka High School, the night of Northern Indiana Conference basketball between the Mishawaka Cavemen and the John Glenn Falcons. Mishawaka coming up Tuesday, 59-38 win at St. Joe, Michigan, along with last Saturday's overtime win over Wawasee. That gives the Cavemen back-to-back victories for the first time since they won 4 straight from the middle of December and into early January. So Vince's team trying to get on a roll here with sectionals just a little bit more than a week away.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, this is the time to get hot because you want to be playing your best basketball this time of year, and 2 wins in a row is awesome. They got a good opportunity to get number 3 right here. This is a very good John Glenn team. They're a double-digit win team. They only have 6 losses, but all 6 of those losses are in conference. So an interesting resume for John Glenn coming in, but I think this is a game that Mishawaka can stay competitive with and can win.
Falcons are 14-6 overall, 4-6 in the NIC. They're led by 13th year head coach Travis Hanna in his 13th year at Glenn anyways, in his 21st year overall. He won a state championship at Oregon Davis back in 2007 after going to semi-state in 2006. He started his Glenn tenure the following year after taking that team to a 27-1 record at Oregon Davis. Hasn't won a sectional since taking over at John Glenn. What's interesting, the only loss he had in his last year at Oregon Davis, that state championship team, to John Glenn.
No kidding.
Yep, they went 27-1 that year.
Wow. No kidding. That's awesome.
Go figure.
Man.
So Travis Hanna, his son, a freshman, 6'3", and their second leading scorer at 11.4 points per game. Ron Heklinski will mention him in his pregame interview. That is coming up next. It is Mishawaka and Glenn at the Cave, and you're listening to Mishawaka Cavemen Basketball on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
Midland Engineering Company has been completing quality commercial roofing jobs nationwide from right here in Michiana for nearly 100 years. But did you know Midland also boasts the area's only standalone service department in the commercial roofing business? Midland knows the negative effects a leaking roof can have on your business, so their team is ready to help Michiana's small business owners keep working. Why take a chance with your business? Trust the professionals at Midland Engineering Company, proud to be Michiana born and raised.
Dave Ramsey here, telling you about my friends at Ace Home Appliance Center, Michiana's largest home appliance center. They have a great selection of Maytag, Amana, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid appliances. These guys only sell made in the USA, plus they service everything they sell. Save even more money when you shop the Dave Ramsey Scratch and Dent inventory with the new truckloads arriving monthly. Ace Home Appliance Center, located at 810 East McKinley in Mishawaka.
The store that serves good.
It is Mishawaka and John Glenn here at the Cave tonight. It is the second to the last home game of the regular season for the Cavemen, and joined by head coach Ron Heklinski. Coach, coming off a win up in St. Joe, Michigan earlier this week, a 21-point victory. Things went pretty well for you up there. What did you like the most about what you saw from your team?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we played really, really well. We put some pressure on them. We made St. Joe, Michigan, have to handle the ball versus a full court pressure, and we were able to get some things done that way and have maybe a 20-some point lead at halftime. Then I thought in the third and fourth quarters we just kind of coasted. I wasn't really happy about it. We were good enough. We were good enough to win the game, but I didn't think the second half of that game we got better. And as you well know, when you're playing these games now, it's all about getting better, and so we better be better in a hurry for tonight's game because John Glenn comes in at 14-6 and is a very, very, very talented basketball team.
Someone who we talked about for a while before we didn't get to see him play, Sicario Thomas, and he's been back for the last few weeks now, and these last two games, he's been in double figures for you. Had a big one last Saturday in the overtime win against Wawasee, and then in double figures against St. Joe, Michigan as well. Is he just maybe kind of starting to feel a little bit more comfortable lately?
I think he is. I think from a standpoint of understanding what high school basketball is all about, and not still being in that game in his mind where it's AAU basketball. I mean, there's a tremendous difference in both of those levels of play, and he's kind of he's kind of turning the corner in that area. He certainly isn't as good as he's going to be. He needs to get a full summer under his belt. He needs to get individual workouts done. He needs to be in the weight room 24/7. But he does have some innate basketball ability, and he's only going to get better.
Well, and another guy that was out for a couple of months was Devon Parker, and he's not going to be a big scorer for you, obviously, but he kind of seems like one of those glue guys. What do you see when you look at Devon Parker?
Well, Devon had a football injury, an ankle injury that just didn't heal up right. Played first couple of games for us, but was in obvious pain, and took some time now and got the ankle healed. I think he's probably maybe 90%, 95%. Defensively, he's really a good defender. He's quick, he's powerful, he's strong. His offensive game will have to have some work, but when we can put him on the court defensively, he has that shutdown mentality. Well, he's a cornerback in football, so he's got that press coverage and that shutdown mentality, and he's really good for us. He brings some leadership skills to the table, and he's a nice addition. So at the trade deadline, we were able to add a couple of guys.
That's right, a couple of acquisitions coming down the stretch here for you. Well, and you've put together back-to-back wins now with that Wawasee game last week and with the win over St. Joe, Michigan earlier this week. It's the first time in almost 2 months that you guys have had back-to-back wins, and you kind of mentioned that, hey, we need to start to string some wins together. So what would it mean for this team if you're able to walk out of the gym tonight with a third consecutive victory as you inch toward the end of the regular season and towards sectionals?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that this is a big game for us both from a momentum standpoint and also competing against a very, very good team. Glenn is big. They have a freshman. The coach's son is probably 6'2", 6'3", about maybe 220. He's just a beast inside, and so we'll have to try and neutralize him. They have some kids that can shoot it. They have some veteran players, and you don't get to be 14-6 in the Northern Indiana Conference without being a pretty good basketball team. And so it's a great challenge for us. Obviously, we're going to have to speed up the tempo in this game a little bit and make John Glenn play a little faster than maybe that they want to play. I thought in the win over Wawasee, we were able to do that in the fourth quarter to speed the tempo up and did a couple of different things defensively to do that. And we were able to do that also in the win against New Prairie. And so those are things that we have to take a look at our team, and we have to say, what are some of our strengths? And then we have to play to those strengths. And one of them is a little bit of quickness. And then we have to take a look at our weakness and continue to work on those every day in practice.
It's Mishawaka and John Glenn coming up next. Starting lineups and tip-off are on the way. Ron Heklinski, thanks as always. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
You're the best, man. Look forward to seeing you all tonight.
Sounds good. You're listening to Mishawaka Cavemen Basketball on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
As we begin this new decade, let's make a resolution to create a healthier community where hungry neighbors won't have to make tough choices, like buying food or heating their home. The stress of providing healthy meals takes a toll on their health. I'm Mary Jo Martinek with the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. With your support, we can keep our resolution of creating healthier communities. Hunger is a story we can end. Find out how at feedindiana.org.
Hey, Michiana, this is Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage. With tax time right around the corner and spring coming, now is a perfect opportunity to call and get a free, no-obligation rate quote. As a locally owned lender, we offer the best competitive interest rates and some of the best purchase and refinance programs in the local area. I'm Kevin Putz. Let me put my 20 years of mortgage experience and service expertise to work for you. Call today, 287-1152.
Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage, NMLS number 127733.
Hi, I'm Brock Zolman. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care has been family-owned for 40 years. What does this mean to you? It means that we're dedicated to our community and serving you like family. Zolman's Best One would also like to say thank you for voting us favorite auto repair for 16 consecutive years and favorite tire store for 3 years in a row. We also offer a wide selection of Bridgestone tires. Bridgestone tires is Zolman's Best One. Let our family serve your family. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care. Trusted community service for 40 years.
If your company needs to make an impression, call U.S. Sign Crafters. With over 27 years of innovation, communication, and experience, U.S. Sign Crafters can provide custom design, fabrication, and installation for all your corporate branding and signage needs. When you call U.S. Sign Crafters, you can relax because your sign project is done professionally, on time, and on budget. To learn more, visit USSignCrafters.com to check out their gallery of work along with their client testimonials. That's USSignCrafters.com.
Last K with Vincent Dario, Sean Stangers, Mishawaka, and Glenn getting ready to tip off here in moments. Let's give you the uniform descriptions brought to you by Kevin Drazier and the staff at BSN Sports. They're the exclusive provider of Under Armour for all the Mishawaka Cavemen. John Glenn dressed in black uniforms, red numbers and letters, white trim. Mishawaka home white, maroon letters and numbers, and gold trim. Call Kevin Drazier, 229-7999. Starting lineups first for Glenn, a 5'10 sophomore averaging 4.8 per game. Silas Kaiser, a 6'4 senior averaging 9.8 a game. Robbie Porter, 6'1 junior averaging a team best 12.1 a game. Carter Young, 6'3 freshman, the coach's son, averaging 11.4 a game. Bryson Hanna, and a 6'8 senior averaging 9.8 a game. Corey Barker. Travis Hanna, the head coach in his 13th year at John Glenn. From Mishawaka, 6' senior averaging 5.5 a game. Raheem Brayton, 6'2 junior averaging a team best 15.5 a game. Trent Johnson, 6' freshman averaging 3.8 a game. Maddox Yohe, 6'4 senior averaging 6.8 a game. Nick Hoopengrunner, and another 6'4 senior averaging 6.2 a game. Alex Boggs. Ryan Heklinski, third year at Mishawaka, 10-9 this season, 36-29 in his 3 seasons at Mishawaka, 404 wins, 232 losses in 28 years overall as a head coach. Corey Barker listed at 6'8", Trent Johnson at 6'2", to center court to jump it up. Do you believe he's 6'8"?
I do not.
I do not either.
I do not.
6'6" top.
But I am 100% distracted by the referee. Sorry.
Tip up, and Mishawaka had it for a second. Boggs does end up with it. So the Cavemen moving right to left despite that size advantage on the tip. Double screen. Over to the right goes Raheem Brayton to the wing. Up top, it is Johnson into the lane. Dishes down low through the hands of Boggs. And Glenn takes it on the turnover.
Probably a spot there where you wanted to see Johnson to take that shot as opposed to that extra pass. I think he had a lane.
Down in the left corner, the three does not go for their big man. Hoopengarner has the rebound. Hoopengarner averaging 4.7 caroms per game. On the left wing, extended. Between the circles, it goes to Yohe. Into the lane, Trent Johnson. Floater off the back iron. Barker has the Glenn rebound. Just into the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. No score. Down to the block it goes to Hanna, and there comes Hoopengarner, his 18th block of the season. Rebound Trent Johnson.
Sorry about that. That was really nice. He came in, little help side defense, because Hanna was backing down Boggs, and he was having a lot of success doing it.
Maddox Yohe is fouled as he drives on the left. The foul is going to go against Robbie Porter. That is his first. Maddox Yohe not in the act of shooting. They do say on the floor, the inbound, and Yohe will end up with it. Left wing Johnson, and he and Yohe play catch. Still no score, just over a minute into the first quarter. Screen by Hoopengarner. Johnson goes to the right off it, hands it off on the wing to Brayton, dribbling with the left hand, now to the right and back to the left as he moves to that side. Hands it off. Yohe gets a screen from Hoopengarner, stops at the free throw line, and outside on the wing it goes. Between the legs, Johnson drives, puts it up, and it's in.
Wow, that was an answered prayer there for Johnson because he was almost falling down. I think he almost got a little tripped up there heading into the lane, kind of flipped it up and went in nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, I thought for a second maybe he'd be called for traveling, but no call there. Into the lane it goes for Glenn. Outside it goes to Kaiser, and a save ball in. Interesting because as the ball goes out of bounds, they'll discuss who it's off. So we had a guy for Glenn who was listed as number 3, but the scorebook said 0, and he's actually wearing number 3 here tonight, Silas Kaiser.
So there you go.
After we went through all that in our pregame, now I've got to mark up my book again. So Kaiser wearing the number he was supposed to be wearing. Brayton with a basketball. Picket fence up high. Over to the left and back to the right. Johnson drives right side of the lane. Puts it up and it crawls off the iron and in.
Well, this is how you want Johnson to get hot early. He'll put up a bunch of shots, but they're starting to fall for him early, which is different than the last few games. So hopefully that is a consistent thing for Mishawaka. And if it is, their leading scorer is going to be their leading scorer again.
4-0 Mishawaka. Johnson is their leading scorer at 15.5 a game. Drive down the right baseline. Bounces a couple times up there and gets the friendly roll for Robbie Porter. 4-2 now, Mishawaka on top. Johnson coming off a 14-point effort in the win over St. Joe, Michigan Tuesday. Scored 9 last Saturday in the overtime win over Wawasee. Just the third time this season he's been kept out of double figures. 4-2 Cavemen. Hoopengarner gets a screen from Boggs and goes right. Dribbles behind his back. Stomps on the wing. Outside to Brayton. 4:42 to play in the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Yohe heads toward the baseline on the left. Passes outside instead. Brayton standing on the block M. Brayton goes to the right, into the lane, dishes outside. Boggs just in front of the free throw line. Swish, Alex Boggs with his first bucket, 6-2 Mishawaka.
Yeah, nice dish there by Brayton as he was heading into the lane. Gets right where Boggs wants it.
Pull up from the right for John Glenn. Does not go for Robbie Porter. Rebound underneath. Nothing doing. Good defense underneath the basket by the Cavemen. Rebound Brayton. Outside it goes. Here's Johnson. Right elbow jump shot. Good. Trent Johnson already with 6 points. And Mishawaka leads 8-2.
Yeah, he's already 3 for 4 from the field, so he's seeing the basket very, very well already tonight.
3 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Down on the right block, Bryson Hanna tries to take it up and draws the foul on Boggs. So Hanna will go to the free throw line where he shoots 61%. He is a freshman, 11.4 points per game, listed at 6'3", and he is a solid-looking freshman.
He is every bit of 6'3". There's no question about that. And he's, what do you think, 210?
That's kind of what Ron Heklinski was estimating, somewhere around there, 210, 215, something like that.
He has got some thick legs, some thick arms. I mean, this kid does not look like a 14, 15-year-old, that is for sure.
He made the first free throw, missed the second. Corey Barker with the rebound after the miss. It's 8-3 Mishawaka. Left baseline, and Hoopengarner blocks another one out of there. Out of bounds and over to the Cavemen. Hoopengarner with a team-high 17 blocks coming into tonight. A couple of swats already here in the first quarter, and significant because of the size that Glenn has inside.
Well, and both of those blocks have been help side blocks. They weren't on his guy. He's doing a great job of help side defense.
Parker loses the basketball. Devon Parker had just come in. Parker misses the shot after the redirect near the rim by Trent Johnson. Missed shot out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Glenn. Hoopengarner out, Latrell Franklin in. Latrell did not make the trip to St. Joe, Michigan Tuesday, but seeing action here in the first quarter with his team leading 8-3. Right corner, Barker has the basketball. Barker, despite that size, he'll put up the threes. Down on the block, this time a block by Trent Johnson on Hannah. Here comes Johnson racing up court into some contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, good transition there for Mishawaka, able to get the block on one end and be able to sprint down the other side. And going to be shooting some free throws here. First time to the line for Trent Johnson.
Ron Heklinski saying they really wanted to push the tempo against Glenn tonight, and we saw that right there with Johnson going to the free throw line. He's a 73% free throw shooter. The first one good, and he already has 7 points. Bryson Hanna will sit down as Jank Frankowitz, 6'5 junior, comes in. Another free throw for Johnson. Crawls off the rim. Offensive rebound by Boggs, and he had it blocked, taking it back up. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Mishawaka leads Glenn 9-3. Knocked out of bounds on the far side of the floor into the Farce Mishawaka student section tonight.
Good word for it. It grew a little bit since the last time I looked over there.
See a few football players over there like Derek Dawson.
Is it flannel night? Is that what the theme
is? Something night. Is it farm night? Parker's three is strong, and Boggs up for the rebound. Johnson, no look, down low, and the layup is good for Devon Parker. Again, in transition, Mishawaka pushes the tempo. Devon Parker with the layup for his first bucket. Mishawaka leads by 8, 11-3. Back in 30 seconds on WSBT.
In northern Indiana, retired seniors can't afford groceries. Hardworking parents skipping meals so their kids have enough food. Children will go to bed hungry tonight. I'm Mary Jo Martinek with the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. Those who struggle with hunger are more likely to have poor health. With your support, we can create healthier communities. Hunger is a story we can end. Find out how at feedindiana.org.
11-3, Mishawaka with an 8-point lead over John Gled. 2.5 to play in the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. The Cavemen pushing some tempo early to jump out to an 8-point advantage. Drive down the left baseline. Hoopengarner goes for the block on Carter Young, but will be whistled for the foul.
I'll tell you what, I don't really like that call right there, Sean. It was called by the official that's closest to us, kind of at the top, and there was an official right on the baseline, right in front of that play, who did not call it. I just don't think he was in good position.
I agree with you. I'm trying to figure out something diplomatic to say. I'll save it. We'll see how this game is called.
Fair enough.
By this person in particular as this game goes on.
Fair enough.
How about that?
I love it.
It's now 11-5 after Carter Young makes a pair of free throws for the Falcons. Trent Johnson stops at the free throw line, passes left wing, up fake by Brayton, who hit 5 threes Saturday against Wawasee. And there's a three. Ring it up, Trent Johnson. He has 10 in the first quarter with just under 2 to play. Mishawaka leads by 9.
Yeah, and a little full court pressure there, too, which Glenn is able to break.
Rebound, Franklin bounces it up court to Brayton. Behind the back, Johnson, and the layup is good.
I absolutely love that play. These guys love to get out and run, and Heklinski is letting them do it, which is something that is awesome. That's going to be a travel right there.
Yep, traveling on Glenn. It would have been another turnover. It would have been a steal and probably an easy bucket with the Cavemen leading 16-5. Brayton took it on the right side of the lane. A defender in front of him zipped it behind his back, and Trent Johnson on the left side for the easy layup on that last play.
Yeah, these guys want to run, Sean, and you can tell because when you get certain lineups in here from Mishawaka, that's what they're going to be good at. And with this particular lineup that I'm seeing, they're going to want to get up and down the court fast.
Caleb Williams is in. He uses a screen by Hoopengarner and goes right. Ball fake. Brayton comes in, floats it up, catches the rim, won't go, rebound, tapped around. Franklin takes it off to Hoopengarner. Actually, that was Brayton. Hoopengarner with the bucket, though. Brayton falling out of bounds with another nice play. And now here's a steal, and they've got it right back, already leading by 13 points. 18-5. On the left wing, Latrell Franklin spinning. Finds Hoopengarner at the high post. Hands it up, Parker. Drives down, and the layup is good.
You know what? John Glenn just has no answer for the speed of Devon Parker. I mean, he came around that screen. There were two John Glenn defenders right there to meet him. He just ran right by both of them.
It's now 20-5 Mishawaka. 45 seconds to play in the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. The Cavemen off to the races with the basketball. Young on the left. Passes it off and over to Frankowitz. Now on the right wing it goes to Kaiser. Frankowitz up high, down to the left corner. A drive down the baseline. Won't go for Young. Rebound to Hoopengarner. Up court, here's Brayton. Splits two defenders, and the wraparound layup is good.
Man, just enough English to kiss it off the glass there. He was underneath the basket when he shot that, and he was able to get it around for the layup.
It has been all Mishawaka, and the Cavemen finding another gear here late in the first quarter as Devon Parker has whistled for his first foul. It's 22-15. Mishawaka with 12.6 to play in the first quarter.
This is one of the better first quarters that we've seen out of this team all season, and they're just having a great time playing good, solid, full-court defense and then turning that defense into offense.
Inbound, Hannah takes it. Hannah will bounce it off, and the layup is good for Kaiser for his first bucket. 22-7. 3 seconds to go. Raheem Brayton, Hoopengarner, long three, online, just hits off the iron, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Would have been a big exclamation mark had that gone. 22-7. Mishawaka leads by 15 at the end of the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Back in 1 minute on WSBT.
Authentic, handcrafted Mexican food made fresh the day you need it. It's only one phone call away at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Feed your taste buds with a sizzling hot catering package. Homemade queso, fresh guacamole, grilled peppers and onions over marinated steak and chicken, customizable catering options, and weekly food and drink specials. Join the text club to receive weekly specials. Just text TACO to 45364. Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill on McKinley, just past Division. It's what you want.
Beyond the Cave is a special partnership between Mishawaka Education Foundation and School City of Mishawaka to help School City students explore the plan for career education options following high school. In the Beyond the Cave Center, trained volunteers assist students and their parents to explore careers in post-secondary education and to succeed in applying for admission and scholarships. Contact the Mishawaka High School Guidance Department to schedule an appointment for you and for your School City students today. Learn more at mishawakaedu.org.
At the start of the second quarter, Mishawaka leads John Glenn 22-7. A blistering first quarter led by Trent Johnson, leading all scorers with 12, including a 3 and a couple of free throws. Glenn with a basketball.
We're on an 88-point clip here, Sean, if we keep this up.
Frankowitz, right wing, looking inside, dribbles, passes over to the left to Young. Young with a right hand comes right down to Frankowitz in the corner, up fake, back outside Young. Glenn in the half-court set. On the left and down to the block. Franklin trying to rip it away from Young. It goes out of bounds.
Well, what I liked about that is as soon as that ball came down to the block, which is where Mishawaka is going to struggle because they don't have anybody that can go down there, he was triple-teamed immediately.
Yeah.
We got hands on the ball, hands on the back. It was great.
Inbound Frankowitz, and Franklin knocked it away from him and then ended up kicking it out of bounds before being able to corral it on the far side of the floor, so Glenn will keep the basketball. He was trying to get running before he had the ball that time.
I like the idea. The execution wasn't there, that's all.
Kaiser over to the left to Young, and now stripped away. Raheem Brayton now, Mishawaka with numbers. Here comes Brayton. Layup won't go, but the follow was good for Alex Boggs.
Yeah, great follow there by Boggs, being in the right place at the right time. In the air, grabbing the rebound and putting it right back up.
24-7 now, a 17-point lead for the Cavemen. A minute gone, 7 remaining here in the second quarter. Glenn having a really tough time handling Mishawaka so far. Frankowitz, after a missed shot, up fake, then takes it up, won't go, out of bounds, and back over to Mishawaka.
Well, and what Mishawaka is doing is they're just playing that attacking, man-to-man, in-your-face defense, and they're doing it full court. So they're not giving John Glenn any time to rest or relax. And John Glenn wants to run half-court sets. They want to run their offense. Mishawaka wants to do the exact opposite.
Raheem Brayton, Trent Johnson, Latrell Franklin, Alex Boggs, Caleb Williams on the floor for the Cavemen. 24-7, Mishawaka leads. Johnson left wing, backs it out with Kaiser getting up at his chest. Standing on the M is Brayton, right wing Williams. Brayton gets it back, left wing. Johnson looks, left of the lane. Boggs pivots, fending off a defender. Johnson dishes back down low to Boggs, and he uses the glass to bank it in.
Yeah, Glenn is sitting in a 2-1-2 zone right now, and Mishawaka has good ball movement. And when Glenn tries to collapse on the ball, they're finding open guys. Mishawaka is just doing a great job of seeing the floor.
Cavemen lead 26-7 now. Right block, Hannah reverses it down into the left corner. It goes back over the right as Porter took it. Now Robbie Porter. Down low it goes, and the layup is good for Robbie Porter. You got Jack Porter and Robbie Porter both on the floor right now. 26-9, that breaks a long drought for John Glenn as Mishawaka pushed the lead up to 19 for a moment. Caleb Williams has it taken away as Kaiser ends up with it, and he will lay it home at the other end.
That was a good defensive play there by Kaiser because he was able to get his hands in there and he knocked that ball loose and then stay with it, pick up the loose ball, and put it down for 2.
Now it's 26-11, 5:10 to play in the first half. Maddox Yohe ready to check back in for Mishawaka. Caleb Williams comes out to the middle, now over the right wing. Stops his dribble with a defender there with his arms in his face. Johnson bounces it down. Williams in the corner, back out on the wing to Johnson, trying to bounce it inside. Loose ball, ends up in the corner to Raheem Brayton, who rings it up for 3.
I mean, when you pick up a loose ball and just chuck a 3 and it goes down, you know something's going right for you. And Raheem Brayton was in the right place at the right time, able to knock down that corner 3.
Raheem Brayton, as Kaiser hits the shot at the other end to make it 29-13. Raheem Brayton has hit 8 3-pointers in the last week after he came into a week ago with 6 3-pointers all season. He now has 14. Now he takes another one. This one off the back iron, though. The rebound is pulled down by Jack Porter. 29-13, and of course, Raheem Brayton with all 15 of his points on 5 3-pointers in the overtime win over Wawasee last Saturday. Coming down the left baseline, dish off. Porter ends up having it knocked back to him. Hannah takes it away from Trent Johnson and lays it in. That's his first field goal. Bryson Hannah, and it makes it a 14-point game. 29-15 Mishawaka, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half. Brayton, alley-oop down low. Johnson misses the dunk. Rebound, though, taken by Latrell Franklin.
That's about as close as it gets without being able to put it down. He was up there and then had to hang on the rim a little bit so he didn't fall down.
Franklin thought about a step back 3, gave it up. Now Williams takes a 3, and he'll ring the bell.
Well, if I guess you can't complete the alley-oop, you keep possession, you drain a 3, I guess that works out better for Mishawaka, right?
Why not? Caleb Williams with his 7th 3-pointer of the season. John Glenn sails a pass out of bounds, and the coaching staff wanted a tip ball.
They got it. They got the tip ball.
Did they end up giving it back to him?
Yeah, they certainly did. It was the same
official.
The same official who called it one way first, completely got swayed by the coaching staff, and they called it the other way now. Didn't even confer with the other officials, by the way. That's what I wanted to get at.
Parker takes the inbound. Free throw line jump shot for the John Glenn senior is good, and it's 32-17 Mishawaka. 3 to play in the first half. On the right wing, it is Parker. Outside it goes Trent Johnson. Johnson fending off a defender over to Parker. He'll take a 3 from the right wing, and Devon Parker rings one up. He has 7, and that is his first three-pointer of the season.
Well, and Mishawaka shooting 4 of 6 from beyond the arc right now. That's 67%. And if you're shooting almost 70% from 3, you're doing something right.
2.5 to play, and Maddox Yohe with a steal. 35-17 Caveman. Alex Boggs, why not take a 3? This one doesn't go, though, as he put it up from the left wing. Everybody getting three-point fever as Porter takes the Glenn rebound. And now, at the other end, Barker takes a 3. It won't go. Crashing for the rebound, Porter down low, and Devon Parker with a block shot. Here comes Parker through traffic. Parker loses it for a second, and now he does lose it as Porter goes down to get it. He had a big man standing in front of him, did Parker, and he tried to alter his direction but lost the ball. Now back at the other end, of collision in the lane. What are we going to have?
Yeah, they're going to call a blocking foul on Yohe. He was just standing there, and I thought the Glenn player came in a little out of control, kind of at a right, left, right, dropped the shoulder, and Yohe goes flying, and they call the foul on Yohe.
2 to play in the first half. Mishawaka on top, 35-17. Inbound is taken by Young, spinning on the baseline, and Yohe is going to be called for another foul.
He didn't even have his hands on the offensive player. I honestly thought that they were going to call a travel. It looked like he took 3 steps before he got rid of the ball, but instead they're going to call the second foul on Yohe. Did not see that one.
No.
And I guess technically Yohe's in foul trouble now. He's got 2 with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
That's 5 on the Cavemen. Inbound, Hanna takes it through the lane. He'll lay it in. That makes it 35-19 Mishawaka. Minute 43 to play in the first half. Trent Johnson takes his time as he walks it across half court. Ron Heklinski from the near sideline barks out some instruction. Parker passes off to Yohe. Yohe goes left and passes back to his right to Johnson. Yohe gets it back on the wing. A minute 25 to play in the first half. Yohe will dribble between the circles. Over the right, hands it off on the wing to Johnson. Johnson wants to drive off the glass, called for traveling.
There was an awful lot of contact in there before he put that shot up, but I guess he took one too many steps.
This is the Mishawaka Caveman Halftime Show, presented by the Mishawaka Education Foundation on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
And Matt Embry in the U.S. Signcrafters Studios. We've reached the halftime break from the Cave, and it is all Mishawaka, one of their best first halves of the season, as they lead the Glen Falcons 35-19. Of course, U.S. Signcrafters, the sponsor of our scoreboard show, whether it's commercial signs, illuminated signs, freestanding pylon signs, illuminated signs, or more. Contact U.S. Signcrafters today to see how they can make a great first impression for your company or organization. The number is 574-674-5055. Elsewhere tonight, just underway in the second quarter, Adams leads Riley 21-17. Washington at Northside Gym leads the Central Blazers 16-11 in the second. Also in the second, Northwood having their problems early with Elkhart Christian. The Panthers, though, lead 11-9 at this point. East Noble against Wawasee. East Noble with a 15-6 lead in that contest in the second. And at the half, Westview leads Goshen by a count of 23-20. 35-19, Mishawaka over Glen at the half. After this timeout, we send it back to the Cave for the RBI's Unlimited Stats book. You're listening to Mishawaka Caveman Boys Basketball, powered by Midland Engineering and the Mishawaka Education Foundation halftime show on WSBT South Bend.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you Caveman Boys Basketball. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are proud to work on facilities like historic Mishawaka High School and the Cave, which is the oldest active gym in Indiana. Midland and its employees are committed to supporting the community and enhancing the quality of life in Michiana with events like the South Bend Cubs Fallen Heroes Award. A community partner, engineering.com.
Rossini's is a tradition of excellence when it comes to carry-out pizza. Every Rossini pizza is carefully made with homemade dough and the freshest ingredients and sauce. Visit their website for downloadable coupons at rossinicarryout.com or take advantage of their daily specials. No coupons needed on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Saturday's special features 2 14-inch 4-topping pizzas for just $23.99. Get details at rossinicarryout.com. Rossini Pizza Carryout you're proud to bring home. Located on Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka across from Beeger School. Kurt Outdoor Living has a full selection of the industry's best snow melt, salt, and ice removal products to keep your walkways and driveways safe. IceBan is a product designed to get to bare pavement faster, composed of all natural ingredients to pre-treat salt for a faster melt, plus bagged ice melt, bulk ice melt, and liquid de-icers available on demand for commercial or residential application with delivery throughout the Michiana area and 24/7 on-call loading storm hours. Kurt Outdoor Living, 2129 West Wilden Avenue, Goshen. KurtOutdoorLiving.com.
When Old Man Winter comes knocking on your garage door, give us a call. Hi, this is Doug Leckleitner. When the cold of winter takes its toll on your garage, overhead, or entry door, Leckleitner Door Sales and Service is here for you. We offer service on residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial doors. At Leckleitner Door, we provide quality products with expert service, and we strive to satisfy every customer with each door we repair. Leckleitner Door, we open and fix all the right doors. Call 295-6311.
Back at halftime at the Cave at Mishawaka High School. The Cavemen lead John Glenn 35-19. It is time for your RBI's Unlimited halftime statistics with Vince Siderio.
Well, in a game where Mishawaka's up 16 at halftime, you would imagine that the offensive statistics would be pretty good in Mishawaka's favor. They're shooting 60% from the field. That's 15 of 25 overall. 57% from three, 4 of 7. And they're only 50% from the free throw line, but they've only shot 2. They're 1 of 2. While John Glenn only shooting 33% from the field, 8 of 24, and 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Free throws are 3 of 4, so that's 75%. And let's see here, Mishawaka holds the 22-16 lead in points in the paint. Let's see, some individual scoring. First for John Glenn. Kaiser has 6. Hannah has 5. Porter has 4. And Young and Barker round out the scoring for John Glenn. They each have 2 points tonight. For Mishawaka, Trent Johnson leads all scorers. He's got 12 on 5 of 9 of shooting. 1 of 1 from 3. Donovan Parker has 7 points. He has hit every shot he's put up. He's 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Alex Boggs has 6 points tonight. He's 3 of 5 from the field. Raheem Brayton has 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field. Williams has hit his only shot. It was a 3, so he's got 3. And Nick Huppengarner, 1 of 2 from the field. He has 2 points as well. So your halftime score, Mishawaka 35, John Glenn 19.
All right, so a really good first half for the Cavemen, and I mean a couple of different things in addition to making shots, Vince, a lot of steals by the Mishawaka defense, and leading to a lot of the transition points that they were able to get.
Well, that pressure man-to-man defense that they've been running has really gotten into the head of John Glenn and really getting them tired. John Glenn hasn't gone very deep into their bench. They were clearly tired at the end of the second half, or end of the first half. And I really like the way not only are they playing pressure man-to-man defense, but the help side defense has been very impressive with the block party that Mishawaka has put on. Nick Huppengarner with 2 of those blocks, both in a help side opportunity, and they lead into fast break points. So very impressive so far defensively for this Mishawaka team, and they're going to need to continue that into the second half.
Back in 1 minute with the second half on WSBT.
We can't pick everything in life, right? Parents, where we grow up, or things like the weather. But leadership, that's a choice. We're the faculty and staff of Mishawaka Schools, and we see tomorrow's leaders in every neighborhood, every town around. We're growing leaders in a culture of excellence with project-based learning, award-winning arts, sciences, a focus on safety, small class size, and preparing students for the global economy. Growing leaders in a culture of excellence. That's the Mishawaka way. You can't pick everything in life, but you can pick a culture of excellence. The Mishawaka way. Be great. Pick Mishawaka Schools. Enroll today. Visit pickmishawakaschools.com. pickmishawakaschools.com.
We prepare for the second half with Mishawaka leading John Glenn 35-19. Nick Boggs, Maddox Yohe, Raheem Brayton, Trent Johnson on the floor for the Cavemen. It is Barker, Young, Kaiser, Hanna, and Robbie Porter for John Glenn. Glenn inbounds to start the second half. Up top, a three-pointer is good for Robbie Porter. He has 7 points. That's his 15th three of the season, and it's just a 13-point Cavemen lead as we start the Cows Auto Repair third. Off the screen, Brayton, right side of the lane, stops at the elbow. Out to Boggs, stops his dribble, shovels it out to Trent Johnson. Johnson to the right wing and hands it off to Brayton. Brayton over to the left wing, hands it off to Yohe. Down low it goes to Boggs, and traveling will be called on him.
Now here's my issue with that call, Sean. He never had control of the ball. So how can it be a travel if he didn't have the ball in his hand?
I agree.
So, and it was called by the guy on the baseline who was body covered, body, right, whatever. He couldn't see the ball. So yes, he took a lot of steps, but he never had control of the ball.
I concur. Outside it goes, and through the hands of Young. Out of bounds in the corner, and over to the Cavemen, who lead by 13.
Now as Mishawaka goes back down here on offense, John Glenn is taking a page out of the Caveman book. They're going with a pressure man-to-man defense now, where they played zone the entire first half. So far, it has worked for them as they cause a turnover in the first possession.
Boggs hands it off. Trent Johnson draws the foul as he takes it to the rim. Barker went up to try to block it. That'll be his first foul. Corey Barker listed at 6'8". It sends Trent Johnson to the line. He was 1 for 2 at the stripe in the first half, 12 points. And this one hard off the back iron. Well, it all went right for Mishawaka in the first half. The Cows Auto Repair third quarter off to a sluggish beginning, though.
Agreed. And this is only the second trip to the line for Trent Johnson. He's the only person to go to the line for Mishawaka in this game.
And he misses both free throws here. Barker takes the rebound. Glenn with a basketball, down by 13. Glenn team that came into the night with a 14-6 record. Three doesn't go. Offensive rebound, though, by Hannah. What's the call in the lane? Foul on the floor. Going to be Alex Boggs, and that'll be his second. That's the one thing Boggs and Hoopengarner have both been in and out of foul trouble at different points this season. Cal's out of repair third quarter, 6:22 to play. Down to the right corner, Barker takes the three and buries it.
And Barker has taken, wrong guy, there we go. Barker has taken 5 threes already, so he finally hit one. He was 0-4 going into that shot.
He's a 45% three-point shooter. That's his 38th make of the year. A 30-second timeout with Mishawaka now leading by just 10 on WSBT.
Hey, Michiana, this is Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage. With tax time right around the corner and spring coming, now is a perfect opportunity to call and get a free, no-obligation rate quote. As a locally owned lender, we offer the best competitive interest rates and some of the best purchase and refinance programs in the local area. I'm Kevin Putz. Let me put my 20 years of mortgage experience and service expertise to work for you. Call today, 287-1152.
Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage, NMLS number 127733.
6:10 to go in the Cal's auto repair third quarter. Mishawaka has basketball, leading by just 10. They've been outscored 6-0 so far here in the third. Pass outside to Yohe. Bounce pass over to Trent Johnson on the wing. Up fake. Off to Raheem Brayton. Brayton backing it out. Goes between the legs. Backs it out once again. Stays on the wing. Over the right wing. Hoopengarner. Boggs looking to set a screen up high. Hoopengarner, though, will dribble off to the left. Brayton. Ball fake right. Passes left to Hoopengarner. To the wing to Yohe. 5:33 to play in the third. Boggs drives right side of the lane. Off the foot of a John Glenn player. It was off the foot of a John Glenn player, and then it rolled out of bounds, but they're going to give it to the Falcons.
Well, it was clearly off of his foot, too. And the referee that was right here looked to somebody else to make the call. We talked about this before, and I hate to get on the officials, even though I do it a lot. Don't look to another guy.
If you're standing there, you've got to make the call.
And if you're going to blow the whistle, know what you're blowing the whistle for and make the call. I have a huge problem with that. Everybody in the gym saw that it went off of his foot.
Except the guy who had to make the call.
Right.
35-25. Mishawaka led by 19 at one point in the first half, down to a 10-point lead right now, and Glenn with a basketball after that turnover. Mishawaka still yet to score in the Cal's Auto Repair third quarter. Left wing, Porter. Outside it goes, Young. Now Kaiser. Barker has Latrell Franklin in, an errant pass saved in bounds. Mishawaka's going to end up with it, though. 3-on-3. Johnson out to Franklin. Now Hoopengarner, top of the key. Hoopengarner passes right wing to Brayton. 4:48 to play in the Cal's Auto Repair third. Brayton holding off to Franklin. Mishawaka yet to get anything going here in the third quarter. Outside to Brayton. High post it goes to Hoopengarner. Back outside Franklin. He directs Yohe down low. Franklin thought about a drive, but pulls it back outside with John Glenn packing the defense in. 4:19 now to go in the Cal's Auto Repair third. Franklin dribbling outside. Thought about taking about a 17-footer. Didn't, though, and gives it up to Brayton. Now Yohe. Left wing Franklin as we head toward 4 to play in the third quarter.
Anybody else find it funny that Barker is guarding Yohe? A little bit of a mismatch there.
Franklin holding the basketball. Pivot. Hands it off to Yohe. High post. Hoopengarner. Back outside to Franklin. It goes. Franklin to Raheem Brayton between the circles. Brayton takes a three-pointer. It won't go. Hoopengarner's follow won't go. And then Porter takes the rebound. Now a turnover by Glenn. Brayton through some contact. Here's Franklin. Sets it off with a no-look. Across the lane to Hooper and Garner. The layup is good.
What a beautiful pass by Franklin in transition there.
Glenn tries the same thing back at the other end. It is knocked out of bounds. 37-25. Mishawaka back on top by 12 points, and we've seen some great ball movement tonight by the Cavemen.
Well, it's just they have a sixth sense to know where each other are at, especially in transition. We've had two behind-the-back assists on made free throws, and they're finding guys that are wide open. It's just been very impressive. They're doing such a great job of finding each other.
Raheem Brayton's going to get a breather as Devon Parker comes in. Inbound to Barker. Big contact and an offensive foul called as 6'8" runs into 6' Maddox Yohe. Yohe standing his ground, and Barker picks up his second foul.
Yeah, it was a good call, too, because Yohe was just standing there waiting, and in comes Parker on the move to try to put up that shot, and it's going to call – and Coach Hanna here is going to call a timeout. He's not happy. I think he called timeout just so he can argue with the refs a little bit more.
3:13 to play in the Calzada Repair third quarter. Mishawaka leads 37-25. This will be a full timeout. 1 minute on WSBT.
If your company needs to make an impression, call U.S. Signcrafters. With over 27 years of innovation, communication, and experience, U.S. Signcrafters can provide custom design, fabrication, and installation for all your corporate branding and signage needs. When you call U.S. Signcrafters, you can relax because your sign project is done professionally, on time, and on budget. To learn more, visit USSigncrafters.com to check out their gallery of work along with their client testimonials. That's USSigncrafters.com.
Kurt Outdoor Living has a full selection of the industry's best snow melt, salt, and ice removal products to keep your walkways and driveways safe. IceFan is a product designed to get to bare pavement faster, composed of all natural ingredients to pre-treat salt for a faster melt, plus bagged ice melt, bulk ice melt, and liquid de-icers available on demand for commercial or residential application with delivery throughout the Michiana area and 24/7 on-call loading storm hours. Kurt Outdoor Living, 2129 West Wilden Avenue, Goshen. KurtOutdoorLiving.com.
Walk on top of John Glenn, 37-25. The Cavemen will be inbounding. Coming out of this timeout is Travis Hanna voicing some displeasure with one of the officials right in front of the John Glenn bench. Mishawaka by 12 as we wait. Maddox Yohe inbounds to Parker, and then Parker gives it right back to Yohe, who trots across half court. Yohe to Latrell Franklin. Parker on the right wing with a defender, Young right there. Right side of the lane, Yohe. Down to the baseline it goes. 16-footer short for Hoopengarner. Porter, the Robbie variety, with the rebound for Glenn. Barker to Hanna, left baseline, contact, and Hoopengarner is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second.
And Hoopengarner's doing everything he can to stand his ground down there. Hanna is a big boy, and he's about twice the width of Hoopengarner. So him holding his ground there, any kind of physical contact, Hoopengarner's going to fly backwards, and they're going to call the foul on him every time.
It seems like there's just more general confusion this quarter than we've ever seen before.
Absolutely.
Very weird. Inbound left corner. Barker's three doesn't go. Caleb Williams, who just came in, pulls down the rebound. Williams coming off a three-point effort against St. Joe, Michigan. Scoreless in that Wawasee game last week. Didn't even take a shot in limited minutes. Williams on the left wing. We also haven't seen Sicario Thomas tonight. Williams takes a three. It's short. Rebound Robbie Porter. Sicario Thomas back-to-back double-digit games against Wawasee and St. Joe, Michigan, but has not played tonight. And now a blocking foul coming against the Cavemen. Latrell Franklin for the foul. I would rather just see a call game. I don't need a call made. I don't need to see an official want to be the show. I don't know about you.
Oh, my goodness. It's like watching Naked Gun with the umpire. You know, It's just not necessary.
It's all night. It was obvious in the warm-up.
Oh, yeah.
2:08 to play in the Calzada Repair third quarter. Parker had the ball bounce off his back. Hanna takes it, zips it across the lane to Barker. What's the call
How
here?
How is there a foul? He didn't even touch him.
Foul on the floor, apparently on Latrell Franklin. So all that lobbying that Travis Hanna did apparently has paid dividends for Glenn.
The
guy whose ear he was in made that call.
The kid spun around the defender, and he got a foul called on him.
And now he has it stripped away from him in the lane. Caleb Williams behind his back loses it, and to Young it goes. And here comes Raheem Brayton, and now another turnover as Mishawaka gets it right back. Parker free throw line, jump shot swish, breaks some helter-skelter play, and Devon Parker with a season-high 9 points now. 39-25. Mishawaka has still scored just 4 points. And how is this going to be an off or a block? A block, because Trent Johnson was standing there waiting for Hanna to bring his body into him, and the foul is going to be called on Trent Johnson.
Yeah, he's trying to say that Trent Johnson moved into him, but he didn't move at all.
He was standing his ground and waiting.
I'm sorry, that's another terrible call.
That's the first on Johnson. It'll send. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor too, which is interesting.
I think there's a chance they're going to change it. Oh,
yes.
Never mind. They're not going to change it.
Nope. And Travis Hanna, the Glenn coach, not happy that they're not. I mean, I happen to agree with him. If that's what they're going to call,
right,
that it should have been a shooting foul. Now another turnover. Devon Parker with it. On the right side, Franklin with a minute 18 to go in the Cows Auto Repair third. Franklin drives. Layup. Oh, the show is going to call a carry.
They're going to call a carry. Apparently it was, because Klinski also agrees that it was a carry. But, man.
39-25. Mishawaka leads with a minute 12 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third. Kaiser bounces it off to Hanna. Outside it goes on the right. Down to the baseline. Up top, Frankowitz will cue a three. Hard off the back iron. Rebound, Raheem Brayton. Ron Heklinski holding up 4 with his left hand. Telling his team to slow down. Bounce pass over to Johnson. He'll pull up in the middle of the lane. It catches the rim and it drops through.
Nice take there by Johnson, able to get up and over both defenders for John Glenn and just kind of put that in from about 3 feet away.
First bucket for him in the third quarter. Driving layup is blocked. Johnson with a rebound. Long outlet. Here comes Latrell Franklin. Layup won't go. The follow for Raheem Brayton does, though.
That's a good follow by Brayton. It was a nice take by Franklin, but there was some defense there by Frankowitz.
Left wing, 3 does not go for Glenn. Out of bounds with 15.7 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third quarter. And Mishawaka now back on top by 18 after Glenn got it down to a 10-point deficit. I tell you what, though, a couple plays like that. I think Boggs had one earlier. I like the follow by the Cavemen, following up those baskets, not just, kind of resting and thinking that somebody's going to taking that shot for granted.
Oh, absolutely. Just kind of hanging back because you know it's going to be a fast break.
Hoopengarner's going to pick up his third as Hanna takes it up after the inbound. Travis Hanna, the head coach, his son Bryson, the freshman, to the free throw line. Dribbles, bends the knees, puts it up, and it crawls through. Hanna with 6 points now tonight. He coming off an 18-point effort against South Bend St. Joe last week. Next free throw up, it rattles down. He has 7. His career high 22 against Clay earlier this year. Mishawaka's lead is 16 with 8 seconds to play in the Cows Auto Repair third. Williams nearly had it stolen now into backcourt. They do have it stolen away. Devon Parker gets it right back, though, as he steps out of nowhere and prevents an easy transition bucket for John Glenn. 43-27 in a crazy third quarter.
Very disjointed third quarter, but we'll also have some wrestling updates for you when we come back.
All right, sounds good. So we'll take just 30 seconds, and we'll get to some of those wrestling updates from the state tournament. Mishawaka leading by 16 at the end of 3 in WSBT.
Midland Engineering Company has been completing quality commercial roofing jobs nationwide from right here in Michiana for nearly 100 years. But did you know Midland also boasts the area's only standalone service department in the commercial roofing business? Midland knows the negative effect a leaking roof can have on your business, so their team is ready to help Michiana's small business owners keep working. Why take a chance with your business? Trust the professionals at Midland Engineering Company, proud to be Michiana born and raised.
We'll go to the fourth quarter with Mishawaka leading 43-27. Vince got some state wrestling tournament update.
So unfortunately, Mishawaka's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Brendan Mark at 126 was pinned at 334 by Ron Colley's Braden Lowry, and at 170, Cody Timmerman lost an 8-4 decision to Robert Dieters from Castle.
So you still have Jacob LaPlace, Joe Walker, and J.T. Thomas.
Correct.
Who would probably be the three guys with the best opportunity to place, even though, again, two of those guys placed fourth at semi-state last week. LaPlace won the semi-state championship. 16-point Mishawaka lead at the start of the fourth quarter, 43-27. It was an 8-8 third quarter. And as you said, the most disjointed quarter of basketball we've probably seen all year.
No doubt about it, from both teams. No doubt.
Yeah. Part of that, the tone gets set by how officials are going to call the game, though, too.
Well, they're letting Glenn play some uptight defense. I mean, hands-on type defense. So I hope they don't call it, as they say, both ways.
And now Ron Heklinski takes the timeout with Latrell Franklin standing in front of him. Latrell Franklin not real happy with whatever he just heard from Ron Heklinski. 7:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka by 16, back in 30 seconds on WSBT.
The Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list is a way for School City of Mishawaka teachers and staff to receive items that are needed to aid them in helping our students have the best education possible. This wish list is for requests for $200 or less. It may be used as many times a year as need arises for a teacher or staff member. You can grant the entire wish or a portion of the wish. Search Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list or MishawakaSchools.com to grant a wish today.
Nick Hoopengarner is in for Latrell Franklin. 7:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka leads John Glenn 43-27. Trent Johnson, left side, knocked away from him, out of bounds. They're going to say John Glenn basketball.
I guess I'll defer to the officials on this one because I didn't have a good view of it, but it looked like the ball got poked out by John Glenn, so you would assume that it would have been off of his hand, but apparently it was not. How is that not a travel? He just went to his knees.
He falls down. Trent Johnson ties him up as he tries to secure it. Jump ball is called. John Glenn keeps possession, and both coaches are just beside themselves right now with what they're seeing on the floor.
To be honest with you, I don't blame either one of them at this point. I think Travis Hanna, the head coach of John Glenn, wanted a timeout there. I think.
And now a timeout is being granted, apparently.
No, it's a warning. Sideline warning.
Okay.
He doesn't care. He's going to keep firing at him.
As he and the official who warned him keep kind of going back and forth. Finally, the inbound. Hoopengarner nearly with a steal. Frankowitz takes it, though. Left corner, Kaiser. Out to the wing it goes Porter. Drives across the lane, and his pull-up from the right side is good. Porter has 9, and Mishawaka's lead is 14 with 6:47 remaining. Johnson, no look inside. Brayton called for traveling.
Now, Ron Heklinski's going to tell us, guys, look, we got a big lead here. Slow down. There's no need to rush. And while to a degree I understand that, and I agree with him, to another side, I just don't. Go fast, man.
Well,
that's what got you where you're at.
I think what happened there is they were kind of caught in between because we've talked about tempo as another foul was called, this one coming on Maddox Yohe. But Glenn was already set up in a half-court offense.
Right, at that point, you pull it out and you run something.
Or a half-court defense, excuse me.
Right.
But Yohe called for his third foul. That's number 7 on the Cave-Bend. So Silas Kaiser will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He's a 63% shooter. Kaiser bends the knees, puts it up, and hits. He has 7 points. His season high 13 against Oregon Davis earlier this season. The 13-point game after the first free throw. He makes the second. Has 8, and it's a 12-point Cavemen lead. Trent Johnson in backcourt, trying to get it out. Passes up to Puppengarner on the left. Maddox Yohe to Raheem Brayton. Back to Yohe, standing on the M. High pass. Down toward the baseline, it goes to Trent Johnson. Gets smothered right away defensively. Deflected pass down to the right corner. Brayton, 3 won't go. Weak side rebound is taken by Jack Porter and John Glenn. Down to the corner it goes. Robbie Porter gets it from Jack Porter. Robbie Porter will pull up from 15. It won't go. Brayton fighting for the rebound. Taken by Hanna. Misses the shot, but then tips it back up and in.
That's a good follow by Hanna to get up in between 2 Mishawaka Cavemen for that rebound and the score.
Brayton drives all the way, and with a ball fake in hand, he lays it in.
Not only was it a ball fake, it was behind the back ball fake.
Out it goes to Porter. The 3 won't go. Maddox Yohe with the rebound on the weak side, trying to get the defender off his back. Deflected ball into the hands of Glenn. The 3 is short. Rebound Robbie Porter. Dishes down low, and Frankowitz lays it in. This has just been the craziest second half I have seen as Mishawaka's lead is down to 10 again, 45-35. 5:23 to play in the fourth. We've got a timeout taken by John Glenn. We'll take a 30 on WSBT.
Authentic, handcrafted Mexican food made fresh the day you need it. It's only one phone call away at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Feed your taste buds with a sizzling hot catering package. Homemade queso, fresh guacamole, grilled peppers and onions over marinated steak and chicken, customizable catering options, and weekly food and drink specials. Join the text club to receive weekly specials. Just text TACO to 45364. Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill on McKinley, just past Division. It's what you want.
45-35, Mishawaka leads John Glenn with 5:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Inbound goes to Maddox Yohe. Trent Johnson takes it right back from him. Mishawaka with numbers. Outside it goes Raheem Brayton. Maddox Yohe with a basketball is going to be tripped up, and I'm surprised they didn't call him for traveling on that.
I looked at the official thinking that might be what they would call there, honestly.
This has been a clown show tonight.
It is
just a clown show, and it starts with the bald guy across the floor.
There's no question about it.
Raheem Brayton stops at the free throw line after the drive. 5:05 to play. Mishawaka leading by 10. Brayton into the lane. Passes outside. Left wing Johnson 3. It won't go. Rebound taken underneath by Bryson Hanna.
Well, and it appears that Mishawaka is not taking advantage of some, fast break opportunities, some drive opportunities, and they're settling for a three-point shot when I think they had better shot opportunities the last time down the floor. I still want them to be aggressive offensively. You still got 5 minutes to go in this game.
Yeah, 4:47 remaining. Mishawaka 45 and John Glenn 35. Raheem Brayton in backcourt. Gets it into front court, gets doubled right away, and will be fouled. Silas Kaiser right there will be called for it, and that'll be just the fourth on the Falcons in the second half. Yohe to inbound. Looking, bounces it off to Bach. Back to Yohe again on the wing, and it is thrown away. Porter with a basketball. Hoopengarner trying to poke it away from him. We're going to have a foul, and it's going to be Raheem Brayton actually called for it.
Yeah, he just got tied up there as the John Glenn defender came over the half-court line. Just got tied up with him. So he's going to get called. That one, I think I actually agree with.
To the free throw line, Carter Young, 64%. He's 2 for 2 at the stripe tonight. That was number 8 on Mishawaka. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Comes over Brayton's back, fighting for the rebound after the miss. No call. Right corner it goes. Young, pass inside to Porter. Swatted out of there by Trent Johnson, and a foul is called.
Wow.
I just don't know what I'm seeing tonight, Vince. I don't even know what I'm looking at tonight. And I don't like to go where we're going, but I don't even know what we're looking at tonight.
The ball was above the player's head. Trent Johnson came around, swatted the ball across the court in a direction that there is no chance he could have touched his hand, and yet he gets called for the foul.
45-35, the lead still 10 for Mishawaka. A dribble at the line, the free throw misses by Robbie Porter. He's got another one coming. Devon Parker sits down. Devon Parker comes in. Maddox Yohe sits down. The official going to the scores table, talking to the scoreboard operator about something.
Here's where we need that Brian Miller crowd mic. The game last year, he put that mic right on the scores table so we could hear all the
What could the conversation be about?
I don't know.
Right
We're in between 2 free throws, so there can't be anything wrong with the time. Well, it says 42.1 seconds. That can't possibly be right.
No. So that's, okay, there we go. 4:21.
Okay.
I can't see what the
Yeah.
time is through the backboard right there, so I couldn't see that.
I don't know how it went from 4 minutes, 21 seconds to 4.2 seconds, but it did.
Porter goes 1 of 2 at the line, and Mishawaka leads by just single digits now for the first time since midway through the first quarter. They led by as many as 19 in the first quarter. Johnson had it knocked away from him momentarily, gets it back. Over to the left it goes. Hoopengarner, deflected ball. A lot of contact. Devon Parker saves it, but it's finally taken away by Kaiser. Now down low. Brayton blocks the shot. Outside it goes, and Kaiser ends up with a basketball for Glenn. Young, outside. Barker, 3 from up top. Rims off. Boggs taps the rebound over to Johnson, but it gets away from him, and then out of bounds. Brayton comes up to block it, and it goes back out of bounds.
No words for that little sequence of events there. And everything that happened there, from the Mishawaka turnover to the shots to the out of bounds, tons of contact, by the way. Tons of contact, not one call.
Alex Boggs takes a seat. Latrell Franklin comes in. Mishawaka by 9 with 3:45 remaining. Inbound comes. Johnson goes for a steal and is going to be called for a foul. Trent Johnson, who had 12 points in the first half, just 2 here in the second half, still leads all scorers with 14, but he picks up his 3rd foul with 3:44 to go, and that is the 10th foul on Mishawaka. So Glenn is shooting 2 the rest of the way. The first one good by Robbie Porter, and it's just an 8-point Cavemen lead. And Mishawaka has scored just 10 points here in the second half. There's 3:44 remaining. Second free throw swished by Robbie Porter, and now it's just a 7-point Cavemen lead. Full court pressure by Glenn. Johnson and Brayton in backcourt. Up to Johnson. Knocked away from him. And a loose ball. A carry is going to be called on Porter. He smacked the ball in his hand, and
he slammed the ball down.
And he's still shaking his head over there by the official. Parker bounces it into Franklin. Franklin trying to shake off Hanna, and he's going to be fouled as he comes down the baseline. Bryson Hanna, that'll be the first on him tonight. That's number 5 on Glenn. 3:31 remaining. Mishawaka by 7. Inbound right corner. Johnson with the left hand. Over to Brayton. Just about every pass Mishawaka tries to make is contested, if not deflected. Parker out of traffic. Free throw line. Hoopengarner down to the corner. It goes to Brayton. To the wing to Parker with 3:14 remaining. Parker gets triple teamed. Franklin brings it out on the right between his legs. Stops his dribble. Passes high to Trent Johnson. Johnson through some contact. Passes down left corner. Raheem Brayton for 3. It is short. Ends up with his own rebound, though. Parker is mugged by Kaiser at midcourt. Kaiser is incredulous at the foul called on him.
It's hilarious because he practically tackled the kid at midcourt.
Oh, my goodness. 2:55 to go. Everywhere you go, players are swimming through opponents' armpits trying to get around them.
It's unbelievable.
2:55 remaining. 45-37. Mishawaka with a 7-point lead and clinging to that lead right now. Johnson passes outside Franklin. Down to the right corner to Parker. Back out to Franklin again with 2:40 remaining. Franklin has it stripped away. Up to Kaiser. Left-hand layup is good, and it's just a 5-point Mishawaka lead.
Look, don't get me wrong. I love good defense. And I think John Glenn is playing very good man-to-man tight defense, and they're playing what the officials are letting them get away with. Mishawaka is just not taking advantage.
Brayton was double-teamed and trapped on the far side of the court, kind of in that triangle there between the sideline and a half court, and Ron Heklinski takes the timeout. 45-40. Mishawaka's lead is all the way down to 5 with about 2:40 remaining back in 1 minute on WSBT.
A stylish new garage door can change the entire look of your home. At Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, you can choose from traditional carriage house or other striking residential looks that will update the curb appeal of your home instantly. Visit Industrial Door of Northern Indiana's showroom at 3839 South Main Street in South Bend, or view their entire gallery, including lifestyle overhead and Mystic motorized garage screen doors at IndustrialDoorNI.com. Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, providing quality sales, service, and installation of commercial and residential overhead doors.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you Caveman boys basketball. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are proud to work on facilities like historic Mishawaka High School and the Cave, which is the oldest active gym in Indiana. Midland and its employees are committed to supporting the community and enhancing the quality of life in Michiana with events like the South Bend Cubs Fallen Heroes Award. A community partner for nearly 100 years, visit MidlandEngineering.com.
2:22 remaining. Mishawaka leads John Glenn 45-40. Just a 5-point lead. The Cavemen have scored just 10 points here in the second half. They have been outscored 21-10 after leading by 16 at halftime. The Cavemen inbound, moving left to right. Devon Parker takes the pass from Raheem Brayton. Parker over the left to Trent Johnson. Back to Parker as they play catch out near midcourt, and a foul is going to be called as Devon Parker starts a drive, and that will be foul number 7. So finally, the 1-and-1 is here for Mishawaka. The foul was called on Bryson Hanna.
Well, Mishawaka was content to play 4 corners there and just try to play keep away from John Glenn. And John Glenn is now with over 2 minutes to go. They're already going to start fouling Mishawaka, which I don't know if that's the right move, to be honest. But that's the strategy that they're going to take here. With the defense that they've been playing, they should have just kept playing that defense and trying to get turnovers.
Devon Parker hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He's in double figures for the first time in his career. Remember, he played JV as a freshman, didn't play football didn't play basketball. Well, no, hold it. He did play, but he was on the JV all year.
Okay.
I'll get it right sooner or later.
I figured you would.
Yeah. I had football on my mind when I was talking about the didn't play, did play, whatever. But in any case, he concentrated on basketball last year. Right wing 3. Doesn't go for Porter. Mishawaka's lead is 7, and Hoopengarner with a big rebound. He tried to pass down low. A defended ball gets batted off the backboard and out to Glenn, and now they have it back at the other end with 1:42 remaining. Inside it goes. Barker with the easy layup. Corey Barker with 7, and Mishawaka's lead back down to 5 again with a minute and a half to play. Raheem Brayton racing up court, splits the defenders, drives all the way and lays it in.
Finally. Taking it aggressively to the hole late in the game. Love it.
Raheem Brayton with 11 points, 49-42 Mishawaka with a minute 12 on the clock. Down low, a jump ball is called as Hanna tried to go up and Hoopengarner pinned it in his hand.
First good call of the game in a contact situation.
I mean, you were expecting something completely different.
Oh my goodness, was I ever. Yes, I was absolutely expecting them to call a foul there. Mishawaka retains possession on the jump ball. Great call.
The lead is 7 with exactly 1 minute to play now. Raheem Brayton splits the defenders. Bounce pass down low. Hoopengarner outside, and what's the call? We're going to have a foul in there?
They're going to call a foul on Hanna.
I'm just not used to seeing it because we haven't seen those calls made all night. I'm used to seeing Mishawaka run into a ton of contact but not drawing anything.
That was a touch foul at best. I'm sorry. Hanna didn't even hardly touch him, and they're going to call a foul there.
So now Hoopengarner to the line. This will be 1-1. Dribbles, puts the first one up, won't go. Rebound, Robbie Porter. Mishawaka's lead is still just 7. Kaiser with a basketball for John Glenn. Stops his dribble, tries to, and called for traveling.
Yeah, he thought he was able to stop. He dragged that pivot foot just a little bit too much.
49-42 Caveman, 48 seconds remaining. Johnson takes the inbound. Brayton against pressure. Parker now with a basketball. Will draw another foul, and this one, again, is against Silas Kaiser.
And that's going to be his third, not that it matters at this point in the ball game.
That is number 9 on Glenn. Devon Parker had 10 points in his previous 3 games combined coming into tonight. He already has, not already, but he has 11 points tonight for a career high for him. Deep knee bend. Parker puts it up. It catches the rim a couple of times and it drops through.
Yeah, it hit the rim about as many times as you could possibly hit it and still make it fall through. So still counts, though. Has a chance for another one here.
Now an 8-point lead with 42.1 seconds remaining. Parker dribbles twice, spins the ball in his hands, takes a deep knee bend, puts the next one up. It won't go. Rebound Carter Young and John Glenn. 38 seconds remaining. Mishawaka leads 50-42. Contact inside. Young's layup is good. And did Glenn take that timeout?
I believe they did, yeah.
Okay. 31.6 seconds remaining. Mishawaka leads 50-44. It is a full timeout, so we'll take 1 minute on WSBT.
Rossini's is a tradition of excellence when it comes to carry-out pizza. Every Rossini pizza is carefully made with homemade dough and the freshest ingredients and sauce. Visit their website for downloadable coupons at rossinicarryout.com or take advantage of their daily specials. No coupons needed on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Saturday's special features 2 14-inch 4-topping pizzas for just $23.99. Get details at rossinicarryout.com. Rossini Pizza, carry out you're proud to bring home. Located on Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka, across from Beager School.
Checkpoint XP is gaming radio for gamers by gamers, and you can catch it here Friday nights at 10.
And even when it comes to traditional sports fans who look at it and they don't get it and they go, why do you watch people just playing a game? That's what you're doing. The only difference is that one of them is digital, but it's still just watching games. And I think more than anything, it's just this reluctance to maybe let something new into the ecology of it.
Checkpoint XP, Friday nights at 10 on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
Mishawaka leads Glenn 50-44, a 6-point lead, 31.6